Ohio gozaimasu. What's up, guys? Hope everybody's doing well today. Get some more Phoenix Wright. Why would that bird Polly know about DL6? Also, listen. One of you fine gentlemen decided to message me about my Polly impression. Let's say I did not find that very funny. We have to figure out who that old man is. Nani?
He locked the door from the other side.
I bet you that old man's faking it. I bet you he's faking that shit. I don't believe that for a second. I don't believe that for a second, you tell me? Hey pal, long time no see. You don't look so happy. What's wrong this time? Actually, we want to ask you something. God, I hate this mouse. I'm trying to use the mouse, but the mouse is so ugly. I can't take it. I can't take it. I'd rather use the controller. It's too fucking ugly. It's like disgusting. You know the boat rental shop down in Gourd Lake? Oh yeah. The old man who runs it is appearing as a witness in court tomorrow, right? How'd ya... That was supposed to be top secret.
Do you know who that old man is, detective?
Actually, I don't. He's a bit of an odd bird. I haven't been able to get a straight answer out of him. I can tell you right now he's faking it. He is faking that shit like crazy. I don't believe that for a second. That's why we called Miss Lotta Hart yesterday. Okay, I can't take it. I can't take this thing. It's too hard for me to get to my fucking emotion buttons. As for who he is... Does she like... What is the button for... You would think there would be a button that lets you go to the next screen. It's not spacebar. It's so weird, like they make you use the mouse. We have absolutely no idea.
Sounds suspicious.
Detective Gumshoe, please help us. Huh? We need to know about the DL6 incident. That was when Edgeworth's father died. I can't help but think that it has something to do with this current case. To tell the truth, I don't know much about DL6 either. Miss Edgeworth forbade us from reading the file. So, I'm afraid I can't show them to you either, pal.
Nani?
However, if you can convince me somehow that the DL6 incident is related to this case, well, I guess I consider it opening the file up. I gotta go find more fucking bullshit. More information. Okay. I guess we'll go talk to somebody else then. Do. Mr. Edgeworth isn't here? This guy's not here either, huh? Okay, let's look up. See, the problem is when you take this... When you, like, take a break from this game, you kind of lose your train of thought. That's the only problem, really. Gordy article... Something, something... I'm supposed to talk to him about the parrot? Are you fucking kidding me? I gotta tell you, some of these are so strange. Talk to him about the parrot. Yeah, of course, how could I not know? What's that, a parrot? The old man of the boat rental shop's parrot. The parrot knew about the incident. That incident? DL6. Nani? Imagine some guy say Nani with a fucking Brooklyn accent.
Polly, have we forgotten something? Don't forget DL6. Huh?
I'm pretty sure that old man must have taught her that word. Yeah, but how would that old man know about the L6 incident? What if that old man was connected to DL6?
You think he might be?
I getcha. Sounds like you need information on the DL6 incident. Through there's the station's record room. I'll give you special permission to go in and find what you need.
Alright, way to go, Detective Gumshoe. Okay, Nick, to the records room.
Oh, I love, by the way, that I have 2 exams today on a Sunday. So, really great. Really great, thanks. Thanks, Teach. Appreciate that a lot.
Wow. It's amazingly dusty.
10 years of files and 10 years of dust, I guess.
Let's find that DL6 stuff quick.
15 years ago.
I found out where the file is.
Oh, thanks. How the fuck did you find it?
Just let me know what you want to know about the DL6 incident. I'll go get the right file.
First, I have to get a handle on the main facts, like a summary.
Right. Summary. Found it. Here you go.
December 28th, 2001.
That's exactly 15 years ago from the day after tomorrow.
Wait, this game takes place in 2016? But it came out in 2001? The fuck? The incident took place in the elevator at the district courthouse.
Nani? Is this the same district courthouse where we're holding the trial now?
Seems to be. There was a large earthquake at 2 p.m. on that day. Part of the court building collapsed and all the lights went out.
Wow, that was some earthquake.
At the time, 3 people were trapped in the elevator. It took 5 hours for them to be rescued. 5 hours? That's not... Is that long? I guess it is long, huh?
That would be scary like that in the dark.
Fuck. There was a lack of oxygen in the elevator, and the survivors were unconscious.
The survivors?
One of the 3 in the elevator had been shot, in the heart. That was Mr. Edgeworth's father, wasn't it? And that's why he hates earthquakes. Interesting. So Miles Edgeworth was one of the other passengers in the elevator.
Interesting.
Do you have data on the victim, Edgeworth's father?
Yeah, hold on. Victim. Here, found it. Gregory Edgeworth, 35, defense attorney. If he were still alive, he'd be 50.
He had lost that day's case in court and got him in the elevator with his son Miles.
Miles?
You don't know his real name? What the fuck?
So he was in the elevator with his father?
From the angle of the bullet and other evidence, it could not have been suicide. The murder weapon, a pistol, was found in the elevator. The pistol had been fired 2 times. Sounds just like this current case. Dun dun dun. Got any data on the suspect in there?
That'd be the guy that my mom got arrested. This is it. The man arrested as a suspect in DL6 was Yanni Yogi. He was a clerk in the court, apparently.
Yanni Yogi? Yanni Yogi?
So you must have been the 3rd person in the elevator. Well, then he had to have done it.
But he was found innocent, thanks to his defense lawyer, Robert Hammond. The guy that, died? Yeah. One sec. There's a frog in my throat.
Nom 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 nom. Nom 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 nom. Right.
The suspect, Mr. Yogi, was oxygen deprived, so much so he had brain damage. He lost all memory of being in the elevator. After he was declared innocent, he disappeared.
Where could Yogi have gone to, I wonder?
He was probably the one who did the killing, you kidding me? I guess I know generally what happened in DL6 now. I still don't know what sort of impact the whole thing had on Edgeworth. It obviously fucked them up.
Are we gonna take the whole file? There's too much. We'll never get it out.
How about we just take what we think we'll need? How big's the file? The fuck? Just take that shit out. A real lawyer wouldn't give a fuck. I wonder how Dad will do testifying in court.
Daddy? Daddy, dearest?
Bum ba bum 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 bum. Court is now in session for the trial of Mr. Miles Edgeworth. Defense is ready, Your Honor. Very well, apparently the prosecution is also ready. Mr. Von Karma, in your opening statements. Very well, no opening statements, so... Not so fast, Judge. I was taking a meaningful pause before speaking. Right, of course. A prediction. Today's trial will end 3 minutes from now. Well, okay. I'll just sit here then, for 3 minutes. Mr. Von Karma, what is the meaning of your statement just now? Bah, unless you question everything. It will be over in 3 minutes. We have no time to waste. I'll call my witness now. Right. I call my witness, my decisive witness to the stand. This guy's probably Yanni Yogi. Witness, state your profession. Huh? Proprietor of the restaurant, the Wet Noodle at Gourd Lake. And I also rent boats. The night of the incident, you were in the boat rental shop, correct? Yep, I was. Please testify. I don't even know who this dude is. Wait a minute. The witness hasn't stated his name yet. Because I did not ask him, Mr. Wright. Bah. I have predicted this trial will end in 3 minutes. No. Stop asking trivial questions and cooperate. The witness will state his name. It's gonna be Yanni Yogi. Well, I'm not really sure. Yep. What do you mean? My memory... Your Honor, the witness does not remember anything beyond the last several years. Ergo, he cannot recall his own name. How does he pay bills? Yes, but the incident in question took place 3 days ago. He can't testify. Very well. Let's hear his testimony then, shall we? Witness? Witness? Answer the question. It was the night of the 24th. Just after midnight. Yep. I was in the restaurant when I rent boats as usual. Then I heard a bang. Yep. When I looked out the window, I saw a boat just floating on the lake. Then I heard another bang. No, I don't think so. Just about then the boat comes back to shore and a man walks by my window. Very well. I'd like to begin the cross-examination. There is nothing to question in my witness's testimony. Ergo, no need for cross-examination. Besides, there are only 10 seconds left before our 3 minutes are up. Your verdict, now. Yes, Mr. Wright. The fuck, you stupid cow? What are you saying? Of course I'll cross-examine the witness. Very well, you may begin. Why is this guy so mauled? Excuse me, Mr. Von Karma? 3 minutes just passed. I see. Well then, let's just take our time. You may cross-examine the witness. A little spaz tack, huh? This guy's so mauled. By your window? Yep, by my window. Right outside the window of my little shack. And could you see the man's face? Well, the fire was pretty darn thick, but he was right there in front of me. I saw him. This is a rather important detail. Please add it to your testimony. Tisk, tisk, tisk. Is that a laugh or is he tisking? Can't believe he's dead. What? Yeah, it's tough being a lawyer when you take cases against fucking Count Dracula. Are you sure? Dad? Dead certain, Keith. He said, I can't believe he's dead as he was walking by too. I'm gonna give this guy a southern accent. I'm tired of doing that other one. Witness, are you sure that the person you saw was Miles Edgeworth? It was him. That Edgeworth boy. Are you okay? What the fuck? This sounds like decisive evidence indeed. I see no room for doubt.
Tisk, tisk, tisk. Nick, I don't like the way things are going here. Everyone in the courtroom is glaring at us.
Well, do something, Nick. Raise an objection. We proved in yesterday's trial that it could not have been Edgeworth who fired that gun. Mr. Wright, are you referring to the fingerprints from Edgeworth's right hand found in the gun? And the photograph showing the man firing with his left hand? Exactly. No. That is easily explainable. He could have wiped his prints after he fired. You are ignoring the truth of the matter here. Everything in this witness's testimony is true. Raise an objection, come on. Keep objecting that bullshit. This witness claims that Edgeworth said, I can't believe he's dead. But his word is all we have. If he were telling a lie... Mr. Wright, in the court of law the evidence tells all. Apparently you have yet to realize even this basic fact. If you say his testimony is a lie, show us proof.
Do we have evidence?
It's no good. There's nothing I can do.
Mia. Where are you, Mia? Are you sure?
To be honest, I don't know what to do anymore.
Please. Can you hear me, sis? Please. We need your help. Nick needs you.
'Cause he's so incompetent. 3 minutes was perhaps too high an expectation. However, 15 minutes isn't bad. This must be a new record. The witness may leave the stand. Yeah, he'll leave somehow. This court sees no reason to further prolong the trial. Nor is there any need for more time to decide the case against the defendant. This case is extremely clear. I see no room for misinterpretation of the facts. It's like the worst courtroom ever. This court finds the defendant, Mr. Miles Edgeworth, guilty. The accused will surrender to the court immediately, to be held pending trial at a higher court within a month from today's date. Wait, this is civil court? This is a civil court? What? Who was that just now?
Me.
Huh? Wait, Larry? What are you doing here? Listen, you gotta listen to me. I was there in the park the night of the murder. I wasn't sure about it until just yesterday. But today I remembered it. Remembered what? The gunshot. I heard it too. Is that so, Larry? What is the meaning of this? The verdict has been decided. I call for adjournment. One moment, Mr. Von Karma. So you say you heard a gunshot? Yeah, I did. A gunshot. That night. I was sitting here in the audience, listening to the testimony. Then I realized something he said was different from what I remember. Anyhow, I can't just sit here and let you call Edgy a murderer. It's just not right. I'll testify. Let me testify. Testify under the court of law. Well, this is the first time something has happened like this in my court. I'm not quite sure how to proceed. You've already given your decision. Yeah, I don't think you can revoke that, actually. I'm not even on the side of karma, but I'm pretty sure you're not allowed to do that.
Nick, this is it. Larry's given us one final chance at this. Mr. Edgeworth was just declared guilty, Nick. It doesn't get any worse.
Okay. If there's another witness, it is our duty to hear him speak. Right here, right now. If there's a time, the verdict cannot be overturned. Allow me to speak my opinion. In all court proceedings, it is our duty to prevent an inaccurate verdict. In order to make sure no mistake has been made, every witness should be heard. What is this? I withdraw my previous verdict of guilty. Can you do that? I don't even know if you can do that.
Mr. Von Karma?
I order you to call this new witness to testify. Now. That's right, bitch. Judge actually grew a pair. The court will adjourn for a 5-minute recess. After that, we will hear this new witness. Way to go, Larry. Gotta say, Phoenix got some fucking good-ass teammates. Cause, he's been saved about like 50 times now. That was too close. Sorry to keep you on the edge of your seat like that, Edgeworth. Heh. I've seen worse. Yeah, sure, yeah, buddy. He's also sweating because he's wearing that fucking outfit that was ridiculous looking. I just wonder what Larry plans to say in there.
Larry's at the lake that night?
Yep. He said he went looking for the steel samurai balloon that flew into the lake.
Oh, right. And he found the balloon in the air tank that night?
Yep. Hey, Edgeworth. Eh? You say something right? Yeah, a lot of things, actually. You seem out of it. What's wrong? It's nothing.
Mr. Edgeworth, there's something I've been meaning to ask you.
What's that?
Why are your fingerprints on the murder weapon?
Oh. Yes, do tell us, Edgy boy. Do tell us, Charlie. When he fell into the lake, I went into a daze. I couldn't understand what had just happened. I couldn't think straight. Then I saw the pistol lying on the floor of the boat in front of me. I picked it up without thinking. I didn't have a reason, really.
I see.
Right. Yep. This might be our chance. Our chance? Von Karma has only ever run perfect trials. Perfect trials? Perfectly prepared witnesses, perfectly complete evidence. That's the secret to his success. This is the first time he's ever had to deal with something unexpected. He has to let someone he hasn't even talked to testify before the court. And that someone is Larry. What are you getting at? There's like, what do you mean, what is he getting at? There's a ton of unpredictability. It's likely his testimony will be full of holes, right?
That's right, Nick. No 10-minute trial this time. We'll milk this one for all it's worth.
Milk, milk, milk. Milky, milky. Tastes so good, this little gum thing. Court is now back in session. Witness, please testify to the court about everything that you saw. On the night of December 24th.
Leave it to me. You're my only hope, Larry.
That night,
I was out in the boat on the lake. I was looking for something and I found it. So I quietly slipped the boat back in at the rental shop dock. Then just as I was thinking about going home, I heard this bang. I looked out over the lake, but I didn't see a boat. So after I heard that single gunshot, I went home.
Is that so, Larry? That was an unusually vague testimony, even for this court. In any case, Mr. Wright, you may begin your cross-examination. Yes, Your Honor.
What's wrong, Nick?
It's Larry. I have no idea what he's gonna say if I press him. I'm a little scared. Yeah, you should be scared, Phoenix.
Well, we've come this far. There's no way to go but forward, Nick.
Listen, be scared, Larry. Oh shit, wait a second, wait. Wasn't there 2 gunshots? Yeah, there were. Wait a sec, Larry.
What?
You only heard 1 bang? You sure?
That's what I said.
But Miss Lotta Hart testified yesterday that she heard 2 bangs. And the old man just now said the same thing. They both heard 2 gunshots that night. Are the old man and Lotta gonna be working together? It's like some big conspiracy, isn't it? I don't trust him. Were you even listening? Were you paying attention at all to what they said? Yo, Nick, please. Huh?
You know, something's been bothering me. I'm a witness, see? I'm like a customer here. So you gotta treat me nice and stuff, okay?
Mr. Butts?
What?
You only heard 1 gunshot? Are you sure? Well, to tell you the truth, I'm not sure. Eh? Not sure? How could you not be sure? Yeah, well, I might have missed the other gunshot. I was listening to something else. Something else? My radio, dude, with my headphones. What? Headphones? Mr. Butts, you were listening to the radio with your headphones? Yeah, so what? That a crime? I listen to my radio. Everybody listens to the radio. What's the big deal? Mr. Von Karma, your opinion? Waste the time. I do not accept this witness nor his shoddy testimony. Well, Mr. Wright, should he continue the testimony? Obviously continue. Please allow the witness to continue his testimony. Ugh. Nothing is more pitiful than a lawyer who doesn't know when he's lost. Very well, Mr. Butts. Please give your testimony and be sure to include details like your radio. Right, leave it to me. Oh god. It's lonely, being alone on Christmas Eve. That's why I was listening to an all-request show on the radio, see? I was listening to it real booming loud, like... But I'm sure I heard that gunshot. I remember exactly what that DJ was saying when I heard it, too. What was that? Yeah, what's the big problem? Can't a man listen to his radio in peace? Isn't this a free country? Judge, can you believe a word this witness says? What he heard was probably nothing more than a drumbeat from the radio. True enough, it is difficult to believe this testimony. The witness said he remembers exactly what the DJ said when he heard the gunshot. Excuse me? DJ? An announcer? The guy who says things on the radio? How fucking old are you? Jesus. What this means is when he heard the sound, no music was playing. The DJ only talks between songs, so he could have heard the gunshot from the lake. I'd like to cross-examine the witness, Your Honor. Very well, Mr. Wright. Okay, what do you say? How do we know it's a she? Did he say that? Oh. Please cease his pointless questions. What possible good could knowing what the radio DJ said to us? Indeed, Mr. Von Koma has a point. I'll allow the question only if you see some reason why we should care. We totally care. Duh. We should care, Your Honor. Of course we should. Why? How do you know if we don't ask, Fine, very well. Mr. Butts, please testify to the court. What was the radio announcer saying when you heard the gunshot? Hey, it's almost Christmas? Didn't the guy say he heard the bang right after midnight? So if Larry heard the bang before midnight... See, this says it was after Christmas. Or during Christmas, I should say. So that's the problem here. Are you absolutely sure what you're saying is correct? Huh? What's with that face? You look scary, dude. Hey, if you're trying to scare me, you better know I don't scare that easy. Is something the matter, Mr. Wright? Your Honor, did you hear what the witness just said? The DJ said, "Hey, it's almost Christmas," when he heard the gunshot. Indeed, and? Almost Christmas means it wasn't Christmas. Do you realize what this means? When he heard the gunshot, it was still Christmas Eve. That would seem to be the case, yes. But he should have heard the gunshot after midnight. This photograph is irrefutable proof of this fact. Let's see what the time on this photo taken when the gun triggered Mrs. Hart's camera. 15 minutes after midnight on Christmas Day. This is a clear contradiction, Your Honor. That's right, bitch. Who lets all these people in the court, by the way? Got some rowdy-ass people. The two prior witnesses heard gunshots after midnight. However, this witness says he heard a gunshot before midnight. The answer is simple. The current witness is plainly mistaken. Just look at him. Suspicious. What? Well, Mr. Wright, what do you think about Mr. Butt's claim he heard the gunshot before midnight? Larry is right. Actually, do I think he's right or wrong? Larry's wrong. Why'd he be wrong? I think he's right. Larry's not mistaken, Your Honor. He heard that gunshot before midnight. Intriguing. I'm assuming you have evidence for this vile claim. Show me evidence there was a gunshot before midnight. This one? Look at this photograph. Look at this photograph. I'm gonna make that joke every single time. This was taken by our witness yesterday, Miss Lotta Hart, with her automatic camera. The timestamp on the photo reads December 24th, 11:50 p.m. Oh? But there's nothing on the lake in this picture. Your Honor, the real issue here is not why nothing is shown in this photograph. It is why this photograph exists at all. What do you mean? This photograph was taken by an automatic camera. That camera was set to go off in response to loud noises. Aha! Correct. There was a loud noise on the lake at 11:50 p.m. That is why this photograph was taken. In other words, when Larry heard that gunshot, it was most definitely still Christmas Eve. Indeed, it would seem that is the case. Then where does that leave us? Miss Hart testified that she heard the gunshots after midnight. Are you claiming she was mistaken? Not at all, Your Honor. It is the fact that the camera also triggered at 15 minutes after midnight. That night, there were 2 sets of gunshots with a 25-minute pause between them. It's almost like 2 separate people. Why would this be? Don't be fooled, Judge. That camera was set to respond to loud noises. Yes? There is no proof that the loud noise at 11:50 was a gunshot. Why, the witness could have sneezed, triggering the camera. Hey, my nose was clear that night, man. Clear. Well, Mr. Wright? There's no turning back now. Can you prove that the loud noise at 11:50 p.m. was indeed a gunshot? Please show the court the evidence if you have any. Of course I can, Your Honor. It's, simple. Because this swing was fired 3 times, isn't that it? It has to be. It has to be the pistol. Yeah, it definitely is. This is my evidence. The murder weapon? Something about this pistol was bothering me, Your Honor. Both of the witnesses who testified yesterday heard 2 gunshots. However, the murder weapon was fired 3 times. When then was the last shot fired? Only now have I realized the truth. That 3rd shot was the shot Larry heard just before midnight. That would make sense of the evidence we've seen so far. However, this leaves me wondering exactly what did happen that night on the lake. Exactly. If this is true, there were 2 sets of gunshots separated by 25 minutes. This guy has an ear piercing. One at 11:50, another at 15 minutes after midnight. Why, I ask you, why?
What's wrong, Nick?
I have it. I have it.
Huh?
Remember the case with the Steel Samurai?
Huh? Yeah, of course I remember.
The murderer in this case had the same idea as the murderer in that case.
What do you mean?
What do you mean? Tell me. Just tell me, you
Bastard.
I've got a hunch and I'm gonna run with it.
I mean, is this safe?
Safe? We've already gotten a guilty verdict. We have nothing to lose. Besides, you can't... Like, what? You know, you pursue a line of questioning. How can that be unsafe? Yes, Mr. Wright? The testimony just now has cleared up this entire case. It's like the noisiest fucking crowd ever. Jesus. What do you mean, Mr. Wright?
This. So you finally realized the truth.
There can be no other murderer here than Miles Edgeworth himself. Wrong, Von Karma. A man was shot that night, but it wasn't Edgeworth who did the shooting. No, no, no. Listen, rookie. Take a deep breath and consider the facts. At the time of the murder, one boat was on that lake. This was shown by the witness's photograph. The defendant Edgeworth and the victim Robert Hammond were on that boat. There was a gunshot fired on the boat and Robert Hammond fell into the lake. The distance of the shooting was 1 meter. It couldn't have been suicide. Well, the guilty party has to be the other man on that boat. I admit it is hard to imagine any other possibility. Yes, but this assumes that the victim was shot at 15 minutes after midnight. What do you mean by that, Mr. Wright? We have photographic evidence of the time of the shooting. The timestamp on the photo says 15. But Larry heard a gunshot 25 minutes before that. Robert Hammond was killed then, 25 minutes before the shot in the lake. So who are the two people on the boat then? Edgeworth and some other dude? Mr. Wright, are you quite mad? Explain who the two men on the boat are. Edgeworth and the murderer. Of course, it was Edgeworth and the murderer. After the murderer killed Robert Hammond at 11:50, he assumed the guise of Mr. Hammond and met Edgeworth. Ah, that's actually kind of smart when I think about it. Are you serious? Yes. Edgeworth won't tell us why we went to the lake that night. However, I have a hunch. That night, Robert Hammond called Edgeworth to the lake. Now, Edgeworth didn't know Robert Hammond's face that well. That's why he didn't suspect anything when the murderer took Robert Hammond's place. I'm not sure what to make of all this. Ludicrous. Mr. Wright, tell us the name of the murderer then. The murderer's name? It's, Oh my god, do you think it's her? I don't think it is her. I don't know who it is. Oh yeah, I don't think we know. Actually, I don't know the murderer's name. You don't know? Again, you waste my time. I don't know because you never told us. The murderer is the caretaker of the boat shop, that old man. I still think it's Yanni. At 11:50, he was the one who killed Robert Hammond. The caretaker of the boat shop? Where did he do this? There weren't any boats on the lake then. Why would he have to go all the way out on the lake just to shoot someone? May I suggest that the real scene of this crime was not on a boat? Oh, that's true. No one actually saw him get shot on the boat. Could have been shot somewhere else. Where did the murder take place? It took over here by the boats. Around here, maybe? Maybe, Mr. Wright? And does this maybe include the reason why the killer would choose that spot? Yes, well, maybe because there is no good reason. The murderer thought we'd never expect it. Maybe you should try again. What? It's not the boat area? Really? Is it the boat shop? Is it gonna be that fucking anal about it? This is like some Danganronpa level crap. The boat shop where he lives. That way he could meet with the victim without anyone seeing. Do you have proof that the boat shop was the scene of the crime? Recall Larry's testimony, if you will. I'm telling you, that guy's a Yanni guy. That night, he was out on the lake in a boat, searching for something. He finds it and returns the boat. Then, just as he's starting to head for home, he hears a gunshot. He heard a gunshot, Your Honor, even though he was wearing headphones at the time. In other words, the gunshot was very, very close by. And where would that be if he had just returned a boat? The boat shop. Mr. Wright, what happened that night on Gourd Lake? Please tell the court from the beginning. Yes, Your Honor.
Nick, are you sure about this?
Not really. But I think if I start at the very beginning, and I take it slow, I might just be able to figure this out.
It's very simple, Your Honor.
That night, the caretaker of the boat shop called Robert Hammond to his shop. This was around 11:50. That was when the gunshot that Larry heard was fired. After that, the caretaker put on Robert Hammond's coat. He became Robert Hammond. This guy's faking it. This guy's faking that like whole Then he got in the boat with Edgeworth and went out into the middle of the lake. Then who fired the pistol on the boat, Mr. Wright? Of course it was a murderer who shot the pistol. He shot twice, both Miss Edgeworth on purpose. Wait a minute. Yes? Why would he shoot twice if he didn't mean to hit anyone? Know this, Mr. Wright. The moment you run out of explanations is the moment you lose. Tell us why the murderer had to fire twice. To create a witness. I believe he shot twice to create a witness, Your Honor. Create a witness? The murderer lifts his pistol and fires one shot. That ensures that anyone who heard the shot would look at the lake. Indeed, Miss Hart did exactly that after hearing the first gunshot. Oh, so he shot the water so it would make it seem like a body. The murderer waits a bit and he fires again. Then the murderer jumps from the boat himself, leaving the pistol in the boat behind him. Ah, it's kind of clever. I see. To someone looking from the edge of the lake, it would appear that one of the men on the boat had shot the other. The murderer didn't know about the automatic camera, of course. That's why he shot twice to draw attention to the boat. Once you realize that, everything else falls into place. The boat shop caretaker swam back to his shop. Then he put Mr. Hammond's wet coat back on the body, and threw the body into the lake. This is what happened, Your Honor. These are the events that transpired that night on Gourd Lake. I like this case a lot. I like this case quite a bit, actually. I think it's very good. Bailiff, bring out the witness from before. The boat shop caretaker, quickly. Very well. While we're waiting for the caretaker, I'd like to ask the defendant, Miles Edgeworth, a few questions. Mr. Edgeworth, please take the stand. The judge is asking questions? Mr. Edgeworth, you heard what the defense has said? Yes. Well, why did you go to the lake that night? What Rod has said was mostly correct. Astonishingly so, actually. Yes. Several days ago I received a letter. The letter was signed Robert Hammond. He asked me to come to the boat shop by the lake at midnight on Christmas Eve. He said he had something very important to discuss with me. Something important? I'm sorry, I can't say what it was. Bailiff, we're conducting a trial here. I ask that you remain quiet.
The witness has disappeared. He isn't at the boat shop either.
What?
What should I do?
Find him, quickly. We cannot allow him to get away. That like screams guilty. Mr. Von Karma, your witness has disappeared. A search warrant has already been issued. It goes without saying that I cannot declare a verdict under these circumstances. I will extend the trial until tomorrow, the final day allowed. I request that the police department utilize all its forces to find that witness. How did that old man get away? It's because he's not an old man. He's really fucking Yanni. One more thing. Just who is that boat shop caretaker? I think his identity has become very important to this trial. I want him, and I want to know who he is. Very well. Court is adjourned. Yeah, I mean, it's Yanni, what the fuck? Yanni Yankovic.
Yay, Nick, you did it.
Yeah. Well, at least we got out from under that guilty verdict.
And what about Larry? That was something else. Even Von Karma didn't know what to do with his testimony. Larry really helped us out.
Once I sifted through his unique testimony, still he did save us. I just wish our cases weren't so down to the wire all the time.
I know what you mean. Sometimes I feel like it's on us on trial instead of our clients.
Hey, Edgeworth.
Mr. Edgeworth?
Did you say something?
Don't look so pained. I mean, it looks like you're probably gonna get off the hook. You could try to smile just a little. Relax.
I'm sorry, but I fear it's not over for me yet. What do you mean? Right. There's something that's been troubling me for a long time now, and I don't know whether or not to tell you. Well, tell me. There's so little time left. I want to tell you to get it off my chest, but I can't make up my mind. Tell me, you bitch. What is this about, Edgeworth? It's a nightmare I've had. A memory of a crime that I committed. A crime you committed? A memory of a murder. What? Can't 2B continue me like that. Bitch ass game. Alrighty guys, seems like a good time to end this one for now before we get started on the final day of the trial. But thanks for watching, I appreciate it, and I'll see you for the next one.